Previously on Judging Amy.
Hey, Donna.
Yeah?
You're fired.
Why?
Because you're a lawyer now, Donna. It's time for you to go be one.
Ned bit someone at school yesterday.
That Doherty kid? Cool. Was there blood?
I think he's internalizing our stress.
Maxine, stop.
An agreement.
Stop! You lied to me. Are you trying to get fired? Because I'm not going to do that. If you want out, you have the guts to quit.
You know, if you're not there, you just...
I'm not saying I'm not there.
Amy, I need to see a destination for the two of us, and I need to know that you see one too.
So, let me get this straight. Our mother is now sleeping at some random hotel?
I have no idea if she's sleeping, Vincent. But she said she was at the Barclay Hotel doing some thinking, and we shouldn't worry.
You're not worried?
I'm sick of worrying. No, I know you've stopped writing, but couldn't you do something productive? It wouldn't kill you to clean up here.
Oh, great. Mom's in her thinking spot, and you've taken over the nag. How long is she gonna be gone?
I don't know. I don't care.
Right.
Look, all I know is she went to the Barclay Hotel to talk some kid off the ledge, and she ended up renting the room for herself. She says it's pleasant, which is code for I'm feeling sorry for myself, leave me alone.
This is serious, Amy. It's like some kind of bizarre cry for help. We should do something.
You do something. Clean up. Write your book. Save Mom.
Don't get all Amy on me. You stress, you bark orders. I think you should talk to her.
No. I'm not going to talk to her this time, Vincent. You're her favorite. You talk to her.
Hello?
Hi, it's Vincent. It's David McLaren.
Hey, hold on. David.
Hey.
I had a dream about you last night.
Oh, really? Hope it was a good one.
Best I've had in a long time.
Yeah. You're going to have to tell me all about it.
Warning, your mother's flirting.
You still on for today? Lunch in the park? Autumn sunshine?
Victor asked if I could take him to lunch.
Oh, no. You should go be with Victor. I gotta go. Yes. Dinner sounds great. Just not one of those trendy vapid places. And make reservations. Oh, and make sure they have valet parking. I'm not giving you orders. Goodbye. I'm having dinner tonight with David, so...
That's fine. I'm having dinner with Dad.
Really? I thought you had a lot of homework.
Yeah, but I can do it after.
Well, I think it's really important that you get your homework done. Call Daddy and reschedule.
Is that like an order?
You stress, you bark orders.
Jimi Hendrix called. He needs his shirt back. Look, you've been spending a lot of time with Dad, and I think that's great. I'm all for it. I'm just wondering if there's a reason why you didn't tell me about dinner until right now.
Well, at least my shirt.
It's not a comeback if you have to come back and say it.
That's Taylor's mom. I gotta go.
Okay, I guess just have a great day. And that's not an order. It's just a friendly suggestion. You went for the studious type, Bruce.
I just read that women who wear glasses are the new sex symbols.
Okay, if you read beyond the headlines, it said that intelligent women are the new sex symbols, some of whom wear glasses. Besides, I've met her. She's not that smart. She probably doesn't even need those glasses. Poser.
Did someone skip her bran flakes this morning?
My mother's hanging out at the Barclay Hotel.
Okay, you gotta explain that.
I could, but it would take years of therapy. She says she needs time and space.
And the cockroaches are just an added bonus? So, what are you gonna do?
Nothing. I'm certainly not gonna beg her to come home.
You want my
I don't really want to talk about this anymore, Bruce. How's our day looking?
Only thing we've got is a petition for support mod, and I've got an early b-ball game in Bushnell Park. I was hoping that I could get off early.
I thought I saw a fitness area on the docket.
Oh, I found out Donna's the minors counsel in that case. Yeah, her first as an attorney, so I traded with Judge Thomas.
We'll trade back. I can be impartial.
Not with Donna, you can.
Well, she's going to end up in my courtroom at some point. Might as well be now. I promise you, the prosecution and the defense will have an equally fine experience.
What about the rest of us?
I don't know. She's been keeping to herself here, too.
Jiminy Cricket.
Thanks. I'll check that book out. Maxine?
Stay where you are, Sean. Were you two talking about me?
What do you mean?
Vincent, I've known you your entire life. You have never once uttered the words Jiminy Cricket. Why are you here?
I wanted to say hi. Hello. And to ask how you're doing. And to see when you're coming home from that crazy hotel.
I haven't thought about that.
Well, I talked to Amy. And,
I don't need you talking to anyone. What I need is to do my work. And to that end, Sean, Litchfield County has managed not only to lose Anthony Bird, but his caseworker as well. Their records show he was sent back to our jurisdiction around the time she dropped off the face of the planet.
So he's back on our plate.
Precisely. And the case aide who was to transport Robbie Allen called in sick. You need to find a driver.
Kid's already here. Who am I going to get?
Someone with 3 hours to spare. Someone other than me.
How much do drivers make?
It's a 3-hour trip, like $100 for the day.
Take me to my passenger.
Aren't you busy with your writing career?
Well, yeah, I mean, I got to meet the fiction editor at the New Yorker. I got a book signing at noon, but I can spare a few hours.
All right. You taking him to Mystic? You better read that over. I'll get you the keys to the county car.
Kid got a broken nose, cheekbone, 3 cracked ribs. You're sending him home? Hope Dad's in jail.
Mom is. Here's Robbie now.
All rise.
Good morning. Okay, we have Mr. Petrie here for the state, and Ms. Kozlowski is representing the defense.
I'd just like to thank Judge Gray, who made me take the bar exam and open the results. And...
Well, Ms. Kozlowski, we really should get started. Oh. Mr. Petrie, you're aware that Ms. Kozlowski used to be my court clerk.
And I have every confidence that Your Honor will remain objective.
Thank you. Okay, the defendant is Carl Sipple.
right here.
Nice to meet you, but we don't speak out in court. So, this hearing is to determine whether Mr. Sipple, who's 13 and accused of attempted murder, is fit to be tried and sentenced in adult court, or if he should remain in juvenile. So, Mr. Petrie, it's your motion.
We refer to the arrest report.
Objection. Assumes facts not in evidence.
Sustained. Mr. Petrie?
Permission to submit the arrest report into evidence, Your Honor.
Permission granted.
Objection. Defense has not been furnished with the document.
You don't have an arrest report?
We do, but such was not proffered by the prosecution.
Do you have an extra copy?
If a juvenile commits an adult crime, he should be subject to adult court and the consequences.
For the love of God, Donna, Miss Kozlowski, ask yourself if this objection is merely procedural, and if it is, could you please let it go? Okay.
Miss Lillian, it's Maxine Gray with DCF. Miss Lillian?
I ain't seen Miss Lillian in the longest. 3 months.
Has she moved?
That girl's still there.
Roxanne, her foster child.
Yeah. Nasty disposition. I've never seen you before.
The case was just transferred to me. I have not met Roxanne, but I've worked with Miss Lillian before. Miss Lillian? Is anybody home? Yes, I need an ambulance at 254 Sisson Avenue. It's an emergency. Oh.
Don't take Weathersfield Avenue, take Capitol.
You're digging up the sewers on Capitol.
And still, it's way closer.
All right, we'll go your way.
Cool car, Vinny.
It's Vincent. It's not my car. This isn't even my real job.
What's your real job?
I'm a writer. This is just temporary.
So I go into a bookstore, your name's gonna be on a book? You carry it around with you. That's so lame.
I had a meeting with my agent when I still had an agent.
You from around here?
I grew up in East Hartford.
And you're still here?
Just moved back.
It's your old house.
Yep.
How old are you?
34. I'm gonna get my own place. It's just temporary.
Dude, your whole life's temporary.
Damn. I knew we should have taken Weathersfield.
She's been a foster parent for 25 years. I placed dozens of children with her.
And she's got a foster kid now?
16-year-old girl.
Betcha she's been cashing the checks DCF sends every week.
Who you talking about, Velvet?
There she is. You're gonna get it now.
Crazy bitch.
What happened to Miss Lillian? How long has she been this way?
Do I look like a doctor to you?
Why didn't you get her help? Have you even been feeding her?
Man, I ain't that lady's maid.
You're a human being. How can you watch someone dying and not lift a finger to help?
Your eyes get big when you yell. Damn, she smell. It's about time they got that nasty stank out of here. Arrest her ass!
All right, just calm down, kid. Hey, kid, calm down now.
Where's your boss? I'm gonna call TV. I'm gonna get 5 on my side.
Do your job, Detective Avery.
That's right. Do your job, Detective Avery.
We'll straighten this out downtown. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. You have a right to an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be provided for you. You understand these rights as I've outlined them?
I do.
When you put Carl in the police car, how did he behave?
He bawled like a baby, said he wanted his mommy.
Like a baby? Juvenile?
Your Honor, she's putting words in his mouth.
Ms. Kozlowski, whether this case remains in juvenile depends on the circumstances of the case, not the vocabulary you use.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Did he act like a juvenile at the scene? He acted like a maniac. Busted out all the windows and was swinging a bat at the janitor. The janitor was afraid for his life.
Oh, objection!
Yes, objection. I object. Don't talk about me.
Mr. Sipple, quiet. Now.
I'll rephrase. Were you afraid that he would kill the janitor?
Mr. Sipple, one more outburst and you're gone. Continue, Officer Neville.
I had to use a stun gun to get him to drop the bat. He almost...
Just stop talking about me, okay? I don't like it. No more talking. You hear me? You hear me? No more
have to say
talking.
what happened.
Carl, calm down. Carl, we hear you. We hear you, Carl. Does this get under the influence?
Judge Gray, if I may.
What'd you take, Carl?
I'm not talking about this.
Okay, we're gonna take a recess and counsel in my chambers, please.
Psychotic episode's gonna occur weeks after taking amphetamines.
Was a psych evaluation done in detention?
The state didn't know about his alleged drug use, Your Honor.
Well, Carl's foster mother told his caseworker about it.
Well, that's hearsay. Without expert evaluation, I can't consider substance abuse as a factor in the case.
I had a psychiatrist talk to Carl. He's waiting to testify.
That's unfair surprise. There's no doctor on the witness list. If he's not on the list, he can't testify.
He's right.
It's my first hearing.
Well, that's not good enough. Is the doctor mentioned anywhere? Was he in pretrial motions?
Yes, here, Dr. Vishnu Singh.
Okay, that will qualify as notice, so we will hear from the good doctor this afternoon. Sorry, Mr. Petrie.
Here you go. A little cold cream to get that ink right off you, Maxine.
You okay, Maxine?
Did you bring her file?
The state's attorney convinced Roxanne that it'd be a mistake to go after a judge's mom.
I don't want special treatment.
That kid deserves special treatment. She being charged?
Well, they can get her on theft for cashing the checks, but it's tough to hold a minor to a duty of care.
As I suspected, he'll be gratified to know that one of our colleagues visited Lillian Carver's home last week. He writes in his report that everything looked fine. Roxanne was attending school, spelled S-K-O-O-L, on the regular. That's how it's written, Sean. Attending school on the regular. No one visited that home. Roxanne is not attending S-K-O-O-L, and that is not worth the paper it's scribbled on. When we get back, we need to convene the entire staff.
You can't come back, Maxine.
Why not? Don't be silly. I'm fine.
You struck a child. I have to suspend you pending the investigation. You know the rules.
What about the person who wrote that? No, it doesn't matter. We are to blame. We allow these incompetents to place children, to oversee foster families. They're responsible for people's lives, Sean. We need to do something.
What would you like to do?
Audit every active case file.
You know we don't have the funding for that.
Then call the mayor or the press. Tell them we need more money in order to do this work properly. Children are missing. People are getting hurt.
You're getting hysterical, which never solves anything.
What does, Sean? Anthony Bird has disappeared. Miss Lillian is near death. This happened on your watch. Are you afraid that if you tell them how bad it is, they'll blame you? What kind of a leader are you? Get off your ass! Get out of the office! And show some backbone for a change. I take it you're my ride?
You married?
Not anymore.
She dumped you, huh?
That's not your business.
She dumped you.
The traffic really cost us.
Want some cheese with your wine? Hey, there's a rest stop. Pull over. I need to take a leak.
You went before we left.
I gotta pee, Vinny. This is child abuse.
This isn't a road trip. I'm just delivering you. I'm not getting paid by the hour. We're not stopping. You're a wrestler? 2 all-state pins. That's impressive. I wasn't into sports.
No kidding.
You're lucky. Next year, colleges will line up for you.
Nah, I'm done with wrestling.
But you're all-state.
Been in that crap hole for 8 months. I haven't been training. I'm just gonna go out on top.
Sounds a little like quitting to me.
A $500 plate dinner to support the Wadsworth Athenaeum.
No.
The visa application has a picture of the Saybrook Lighthouse on it.
No.
Okay. A dentist in Simsbury. $100 off teeth whitening.
I thought you went through all this stuff.
I am not going to repeat the croissant incident.
A coupon for a free croissant sandwich is not junk mail. It's lunch.
It uses a laser. Next big thing.
If I don't stop soon, I think my butt's gonna be the next big thing.
You look great and you know it. Okay.
Someday we have to clean up this desk. It's chaos.
The Beast? That's the reason why I agreed to work with you. When I met you, I'm sorry, I was like, no way. Perfect people make bad bosses. And then I saw your desk. It made you more,
So not perfect?
human. I like your chaos. We're due back to court. Let's go.
The hospital's keeping Carl for observation, so this afternoon should be uneventful.
Is that your phone?
Hello?
Judge Gray, David McLaren.
Oh, the hot guy from the prosecutor's office. How can I help you?
We have a dinner table at 8 at the not-too-trendy Cucina di Pesce. And they validate.
Excellent.
Any further orders? orders, boss? I'm available for duty.
Right. I'll see you inside. David?
Neighbors.
I'll see you tonight.
When I was in college, I wrote this short story that won a big prize. Someone said I should turn it into a book, which scared the hell out of me. I wasn't even going to try. But it kept bugging me. What if I could do it? Then I would be a real writer. I realized then that regret is worse than fear. So I gave it a shot, and now I'm a writer. I was driving a foster care cab. Never mind.
You ever write anything else?
You mean like another book?
Not like a letter. You wrote this in '99? That's like 5 years ago.
You know, writing's a process. It takes its own time. You can't rush it.
Sounds a little like quitting to me.
Miss Lillian?
You're lovely, Mrs. Gray.
You should know Roxanne is in custody.
What for?
She forged your name. She was cashing your DCF and Social Security checks.
Oh, she's so clever. I suppose someone had to pay the rent.
If she paid the rent, then I'm Mary, Queen of Scots. It's likely that Roxanne will plead guilty to theft and be sent to juvenile detention. Unfortunately, she cannot be held legally accountable for what she did to you.
What she did to me?
Allowing you to become so ill. She didn't care for you at all.
Whatever gave you the idea that Roxanne doesn't care for me?
Miss Lillian, the doctor said that you hadn't eaten for weeks.
I couldn't eat. I had a stomach virus.
You were so dehydrated that your kidneys had all but shut down.
You're exaggerating, Mrs. Gray. Roxanne cares for me. She cares for me. You probably have a lot of people in your life. Family, friends, people you work with. It's nice not to be alone, isn't it?
Prolonged use of amphetamines can result in psychiatric disorders, such as paranoia, which induces aggressive behavior.
How do the drugs control the brain?
Your Honor, is this a psychology class or a courtroom?
I'm setting the stage. So, Doctor...
Doctor, is the defendant's disorder treatable?
Carl's disorder was caused by the drugs. If he stops using, the symptoms will subside within weeks.
And the risk of violent outbursts diminished?
So long as he's not using, absolutely.
Can a
And
patient...
if the addiction goes untreated?
His aggressive episodes could become increasingly frequent.
Thank you. Thank you, Doctor, that's all.
So your prognosis is that Carl's disorder can be cured?
With proper intervention, yes.
Thank you. Now you may step down.
Well, look, the boy's an addict. The adult system's going to eat him alive. He needs to be tried here in juvenile where we can get him the treatment.
That's the way you feel, Your Honor, then that's the way you should rule.
Well, if I rule that way, then you will appeal, getting a second chance to put him into adult court. I want you to withdraw your motion so you can't appeal.
Are we off the record? I agree with you. But the essay makes us take all juvenile felonies to adult court.
Well, let's get him in here.
Morris Reardon himself in juvie?
3 o'clock.
Works for me.
I'll call him.
Thanks. Both of you.
Hi. Sorry, I had a meeting in Stamford.
Peter, this is Dr. Stoga, the psychologist from Ned's preschool.
Hi, nice to meet you. I know I'm late, so I'll get right to it. You're not expelling our son. I don't want him hurting anyone, but I mean biting, that's what kids do.
Biting is an indicator of emotional distress. When your wife told us about the separation...
It's my fault. I'm the primary caregiver, and obviously I'm not giving Ned what he needs.
That can be the case.
Hold it right there. I'm sure our separation has affected Ned. It's affected me, too, way more than I anticipated. But Jillian is a wonderful mother. She's attentive, nurturing, loving, and I'm sure if Ned has any problems at all, we'll deal with them. But let me assure you that his mother is not the cause.
We agree with you, Mr. Gray. We've tested Ned. His IQ is at the root of his biting.
Ned's not slow.
Actually, he tested at a genius level. He's biting because he's bored.
Oh.
Nice watch. And my girlfriend gave it to me.
It's a nice girlfriend. You can see her when you go home?
I wrote her a couple letters. She didn't write back.
That sucks. She go to your school?
Private school.
Well, stop by. See her there. Bring her a rose.
She probably doesn't want to see me. I don't want to make it worse for her.
Remember, regret's worse than fear.
You use the rose thing to try to get your wife back? I didn't mean that to bust.
That's a fair question. You were right. My wife did dump me. She got sick, and yeah, I took care of her, but I wasn't there for her the way she needed. Her doctor was strong. I mean, not just medically. He's a rock. She ended up with him. But I don't think she left because of him. I think she left because of me. I mean, you don't care about this.
Is she okay now?
She's in remission.
Well, if she's better and you're better, maybe she'd want to be with you again. No regret, right?
I'm gonna hit the men's room. I'll get you home, okay?
Mr. Reardon, what purpose is served by sending a drug-addicted adolescent to adult prison?
Well, that question assumes we'll win the trial. Your Honor should have more faith in your former clerk.
Since you become state's attorney, has your office ever allowed a youth accused of a felony to be tried in juvenile court?
I'm sure we have.
Great. Well, great. I'd love to know the name of that case.
I'll have to get back to you.
Call my office by 5 p.m. today.
I was elected because I'm tough on crime. Felons are tried in adult court regardless of their age.
That policy violates the reason that juvenile courts were set up. We treat children differently. We don't allow them to vote or drive or buy alcohol or cigarettes. We don't allow them to enlist in the army or get married or enter into contracts. We do so because we recognize the children do not fully comprehend the consequences of their actions. We do so to protect them. That's why the legislature gives juvenile court judges greater leeway in criminal sentencing. If you keep the case here, I will make sure that Carl gets the treatment that he needs. If he goes to the adult court, he's lost. Mr. Reardon, you have the opportunity here to do the right thing. Take it.
Well, since my office will have many other cases before Your Honor, that would be the wisest choice.
I don't like that insinuation, Mr. Reardon. I decide each case based on its own merit, regardless of my level of respect for the attorneys involved.
I apologize, Judge Gray. I didn't mean to offend. We'll withdraw the motion.
Thank you for your time. And, Mr. Reardon, make sure to call my office. I'm just dying to know the name of that felony case.
I'll look into it.
So I assume you're willing to accept a guilty plea, Mr. Petrie?
Yes, Your Honor.
And, Ms. Kozlowski, if your client's willing to plead, I'm ready to sentence.
It was our original hope. I can make my summation.
We can see up closing statements. Okay, the minor will spend 3 months in Middlesex Psychiatric, followed by 5 years probation, the terms of which will include that he remain drug-free. We're in recess.
Pick up scramble.
Did you see that kid I was with?
Yeah?
I mean, do you know where he went?
I seen him go around back. He's probably checking out the woods. The leaves are pretty this time of year. It's fall. They change colors.
I've heard about that. Thanks.
Robbie! Robbie, this isn't funny! Robbie!
Hey, Vinny, a guy in the diner said there's a waterfall in here.
Get back to the car.
Yeah, I'm going to the falls.
Like hell you are.
You gonna stop me?
All right, fine. Be a jerk. If you don't care when we get home. You don't want to go home. That's what this whole take the slow road, stop for snacks, eat for 2 hours, disappear in the woods extravaganza is all about. That's right. That's it, isn't it? I read your file. I know that your mom is in jail for abusing you. Would you like to talk about that?
Yeah, that's what I like to talk about.
I didn't mean like. I'm sorry. It's the wrong word.
Okay, no one, you're driving that stupid car instead of writing.
You're the oldest of 6?
You read the file.
The youngest are triplets, 4 years old. That must have been tough on your mom. That's what was happening, right? I mean, she'd go after them and you put yourself in between. That's a hell of a role for you to play. Maybe it's good that she's out of the house.
Don't blame her. She had them all day. Those 3 just getting everything. Yeah, she just forget that they're little kids. And I wasn't much help.
You had to go to school. What could you do?
I don't know, something.
The night that she was arrested, they took you away in an ambulance and she didn't have a mark on her. You didn't fight back.
She's my mom.
What about your dad?
When she lose it, he'd go to his workshop. And I'm supposed to stop her. He wouldn't do anything.
Maybe he couldn't. Maybe he wasn't strong.
Yeah, well, screw him.
You have a right to be pissed, but believe me, he knows how much he failed you. I guarantee you that.
The way he looks at me, he blames me for the whole thing. He cares about her, not me. He hates me.
He had to petition the court to get you home. He's okay with you, Robbie. The question is, are you okay with him? And you too. Give yourself a break. Give yourself a break.
Congratulations on your victory.
I didn't win.
Well, your client avoided adult court.
Well, thanks to you.
And he's getting the help that he needs.
Again, thanks to you. You're the one that deserves congratulations. Because that's the way you like it.
Ouch. Am I missing something here?
You hijacked my case. You cut me short. You examined my witnesses.
You meander. I have to move things along.
When my client lost it, you didn't give me the chance to calm him down.
I'm not going to apologize for restoring order to my courtroom.
You negotiated with the SA.
It's a hearing, not a trial. Don't be upset because I did my job.
I'm upset with you because you did mine. You had to control the whole thing. I mean, it felt like you were afraid I'd fail, and that would reflect badly on you since you were my mentor, so you made sure I wouldn't.
Donna, I shepherded your case the way I would do any first-time attorneys, but I was fair.
Excuse me, I don't mean to interrupt, but Ted, the marshal, just said that your mother was arrested.
What?
Yeah, he thought we knew. I guess it happened this morning.
Hi, can I come in?
I was taking a nap.
I won't stay long. How long do you plan to stay here?
I don't know. I would really like to lie down.
You gonna tell me what happened today, Mom? Everyone at the courthouse was talking. They assumed I knew.
I'm sorry to embarrass you.
I don't deserve that. Why are you so angry?
It does not appear I'm the one who's angry.
You hit a girl? You abandoned your family?
I did not abandon anyone.
That's the way it feels, Mom. Just like when I was in high school. Is it starting again, Mom? Is it? Because I'm not going to rescue you this time. I can't. I really can't.
I have not asked you to do anything, Amy. I need to rest.
We're raising a genius.
An adopted genius. Nature's a big part of intellect.
So is nurture.
Did you mean what you said about me being a good mother?
You're the best. Good night.
Good night.
Gotta work on your free throws.
Hey, what are you doing here?
Working off stress.
How's your mother?
That'd be the stress I'm working off.
Right. You want to grab a beer? I know a little dive. If you don't care how you smell, they don't either.
I think that Donna needs to understand how this new lawyer-judge dynamic works.
Don't we all? Give it time. You can't just make it happen.
Do you think I come across as a control freak?
Confident, deliberate, assertive. All things that make a good judge.
What can I get you?
2 beers, please.
How about a picture and 2 mugs?
Why not?
Why not?
So, I'm backpacking through Europe, and I meet this guy in the metro in Paris, and he's just so French and gorgeous, and he's an artist. His whole life is committed to his painting, and we have this amazing connection, and we're like inseparable for a whole week. And then he shows me his paintings, and they suck, and I realize that it doesn't matter if they're French; it still doesn't make them interesting.
So, she tells me to call her Azina, as in the warrior princess.
Did you call her Zena?
I called her a cat.
She's like this immovable object in my life. I can't get past her. I can't get around her. Everywhere I turn, there she is, and she's just huge.
Mothers, you know?
Yeah, I guess. I just want to move on with my life, you know? I don't want to care about her moods and opinions and what she's doing to herself and those around her. I just want to walk away. I want to not care.
So why don't you?
Because she'll die.
See you around, Robbie.
Not if I see you first. I want to see what you have to say. In your book.
You're the only one.
Hi. So sorry I'm late. My mother got arrested.
Yeah, I heard. Is that where you were? You just...
Yeah, I was, yeah. I was. Earlier. And then I went running and ran into Bruce, and Anyway, I'm so sorry I missed dinner, and I can make you something here.
You were with Bruce this whole time?
Yeah. I mean, we didn't plan it. We drank some beer. I just needed to vent. And we were just fooling around. He told this really funny story about, like, Xena in a cab. I mean, I can't remember it right now, but you can get him to tell you. And anyway, now I'm here with you, which is where I want to be.
I'm glad your mom's okay. Like an early day.
Don't leave, please. Don't leave, David. Are you mad at me? Do you want to go to the restaurant? I can change. Please.
Don't change.
No, don't leave. Please.
This is not what I expected.
Stay tuned for scenes from our next episode.